Kanye West just got exposed by Ty Dolla Sign in the worst way possible, and it's actually insane. Now, for anybody that hasn't been keeping up or just doesn't know, yesterday night, Ty Dolla Sign ended up dropping his brand new album Tycoon, and along with him dropping his brand new project, he ended up going on a massive press run this week where he was asked a bunch of questions about this brand new album and how his relationship with Kanye West was and Vultures 3. And from the way things are looking, his friendship with Kanye West is no longer a thing. Vultures 3 is officially done, and it looks like Kanye West really has nobody in his corner anymore. Now, all this information that Ty Dolla Sign was telling us about Kanye West was sporadic, with it being in different interviews, but something we saw happening constantly was every time Ty Dolla Sign was asked in an interview about Kanye West, Ty Dolla Sign was clearly not trying to talk about Kanye in every single possible way he was able to say it, with him joking and saying he doesn't want to answer that, and he was doing the 6'7" meme, to him just simply saying, I don't want to talk about my relationship with Kanye West, I want to stay away from that, can we please move on?
What is your relationship like with Ye these days?
6'7". I don't really want to talk about it. Next one.
It eventually got to the point where Ty Dolla Sign started to fold and answered some of these questions regarding his relationship with Kanye West, with him saying very important and interesting things in all of this, with him basically implying that Vultures 3 is never going to happen, and then him even taking a little shot at Kanye, with him saying that Vultures 1 and Vultures 2 were never Kanye West's ideas and it was actually his. And he specifically went into this by saying that one day he ended up going into the studio with Kanye West just to make some music, and he was telling Kanye about his albums at the time that he was making back in 2023, and then he ended up showing Kanye the song Back to Me, which was his original song, and Vultures, which was his original song, and then Kanye ended up just hopping on those songs as a feature, and then one thing led to another, and Kanye West was like, bro, let's just actually turn this album that you have into a collab album and just add me on it.
I was in Japan for some shows, and I heard Ye was there, so I hit him up. I'm like, hey, I'm about to pull up, I'm gonna play some shit. When I went to go play him some shit, played him some of the records. Some of them were like Burn, Back to Me, different beats. It sounded different at first. And once we started recording the songs, he was like, fuck it, let's do a whole project.
And all of this news just continued because in another interview that Ty Dolla Sign did this week, he ended up saying that when Kanye West was using AI vocals for his album Bully and Vultures 2 and possibly Vultures 3, Ty was very against it, with him telling Kanye West that he wanted to really focus on real vocals and just actually producing real music instead of AI. And Kanye was just very persistent on doing the AI because he thought that he was going to get away with it and that we're still just going to be able to, you know, have smooth sailing with nobody criticizing them.
Honestly, as a fan, when Bro was doing the AI on his vocals, I, of course, wanted him to do his real vocals just because I love, like, music and as a fan. But guess what? It's still going to work because motherfuckers still going to be able to pull up to the show.
Yeah.
The main part, pull up to the show. Can you, like, make it into something? And you know he can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was all good for that too.
So all of this news exploding this week, I do feel like it is very interesting just to see how Ty Dolla Sign's perspective on his relationship with Kanye West was. And a lot of you guys might disagree with me, but I don't think Ty Dolla Sign was really underwhelmed from most of the stuff he said and just how he felt with Kanye West. I mean, there was even a time where Ty Dolla Sign said that he was planning on still doing Vultures 3 with Kanye, but then the Super Bowl happened, and then Kanye obviously lost his mind and went on these crazy Twitter rants, and Ty Dolla Sign was just like, yo, like, I don't really want to talk to this guy anymore. I don't really want to be next to this guy anymore. And I just don't think it's Ty Dolla Sign's fault for that. And I feel like I sympathize with Ty Dolla Sign after seeing all of this information coming out, because I feel like a common theme that we were able to see every time Ty Dolla Sign was talking in these interviews was that Kanye was always lackluster in his thoughts, and he was just very inconsistent as to what he wanted to do. I mean, it was Kanye's idea in the first place to do a collab album with Ty Dolla Sign, and they ended up doing Vultures 1, Vultures 2, and right when you think it should have been Vultures 3, which Kanye announced a Vultures 3, it wasn't Ty, Kanye just kind of doesn't do Vultures 3, and then he goes his own path, leaving Ty all of these questions now in these interviews where people keep asking him, oh, you know, where's Vultures 3, where's Vultures 3, where's Vultures 3, and it wasn't even him that ever announced that album to begin with. Even with the AI vocals, that was also interesting to hear, because I mean, AI is something that nobody in the Kanye West community liked, and we didn't know that all along. Ty Dolla $ign was trying to push against it, but Kanye was just thinking that he was going to get away with it, which he didn't. And to address the elephant in the room, I think it's safe to say, after watching all of these clips and all of this information coming out with Ty Dolla $ign's brand new project, officially out Tycoon, we're not getting a Vultures 3. And I know a lot of people are going to be upset by that, but in my opinion, I'm kind of happy we're not going to get a Vultures 3. In my opinion, I wasn't a big fan of Vultures 1 and Vultures 2. I think Ty Dolla $ign did good on Vultures 1 and Vultures 2. I'm not the biggest Ty Dolla $ign fan, but if we're talking from a collab album perspective, anybody will be lying if they would say that Kanye was carrying Ty Dolla $ign on those projects, because I mean, Ty Dolla $ign has a beautiful voice. Ty Dolla $ign knows how to sing. He knows how to vocalize. He doesn't use AI. He knows how to have these beautiful harmonies and all this stuff. And we could tell that Kanye was the one that was really being carried to a certain extent, with him using AI, him just having verses on there that were pretty trash and, you know, just lackluster overall. And with Vultures 3 pretty much not happening because Ty Dolla $ign distanced himself from Kanye, and Kanye obviously went on to do his own thing, I'm guessing we're not going to be getting Ty Dolla $ign on Bully, which is very interesting, because we do know that there were rumors circulating that there were going to still be some Ty Dolla $ign and Kanye West songs on Bully, but that's not going to be happening. And it's going to be interesting to see how the Bully features are, because we do know that Kanye has beefed with everybody in the industry. I mean, we're talking about Cardi, we're talking about Jay-Z, we're talking about Young Thug, we're talking about Metro Boomin, right? All of these tweets where he was just dissing everybody. Nobody's going to be featured on Bully, and I feel like the only person that was decent to be on Bully was going to be Ty Dolla $ign, but you know, Ty Dolla $ign is no longer going to be working with him, so it's just going to be interesting to see how it unfolds with the Bully album. And I really do think that this might just be the first Kanye solo album we get in a very long time. I think this is just very interesting. Ty Dolla $ign finally spoke his part, and we've seen Ty Dolla $ign very quiet throughout the past years of him working with Kanye West. So I think for him just to kind of, you know, spill everything after always holding this information as to how his relationship with Kanye was, I think it was very important for us Kanye fans to understand really what was going on, because I know a lot of times we might just like to look up to Kanye and just understand what he's saying and not understand other people. But I don't think Ty's in the wrong. I know a lot of you guys are going to say Ty's in the wrong. You guys are going to say Ty got carried. Ty's career will be nothing without Kanye, but come on, man. We got to give him some credit here. Like, it's not his fault. He did nothing wrong. I feel like I'm yapping though. So what do you guys think about the entire situation though? Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign look to no longer be friends. They look to no longer be working together. We're not going to be getting a Vultures 3. We're not going to be getting any more music between them. And we're not going to be getting Ty Dolla $ign features on Bully. Do you guys think that this is going to affect Ty Dolla $ign's career going forward? Do you guys think that this is going to affect Kanye West's career going forward? And do you guys think that this is going to overall affect Bully, which should be coming out next month, November 6th, according to Spotify? Which I don't think we're going to be getting it. But what do you guys think? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video. We're on the road for 2,000 subscribers before the end of 2025. Let's try to do it. You guys have been amazing. Thank you guys for all the support on all the Kanye West videos. And guys, I also make other videos on other artists. You know what I mean? I do. So check those videos out. I'm going to be pumping out Drake content, Travis Scott content, because as much as I love Kanye, you know, he's not the only artist in the rap game. And a lot of times there's really nothing to talk about with him, right? So make sure you guys subscribe knowing that I post all types of rap content. But love you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.